Okay, so today is Saturday. It is it's like 70 degrees out right now where I am in Ohio. I mean, it's pretty nice. It is a little bit cloudy. I think it's supposed to start raining here soon. But that's not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna go to the gym. I will admit I have skipped a few days here and there, and I haven't been quite on track with my diet, in the past week or so, maybe past 2 weeks even, something like that. But, we're going back on track, going back on the cut. We're gonna train. We're gonna do chest and back today. I got my pre-workout here. It's I forget what it's called. I think it's called Pump Daddy version 2 or something like that. I don't know. It's a stim-free pre-workout. It's doesn't have any caffeine, and it's got like 9 grams of beta-alanine or something. That's the stuff that makes your skin itch. I don't know. It's a pretty good pre-workout. I'm actually almost out. I have like one more serving, like 2 scoops left, something like that. But I don't know what this car is doing up here. It's a green light. They're not going. But yeah. So I'm gonna drink that here, and we're gonna work out chest and back. Now it is a Saturday, and it is 5 o'clock. It's 5:12 to be more specific. So it might be a bit busy, and if that is the case, probably won't record a whole lot. But if it's like too busy to the point, it's like I probably shouldn't record. Because again, I don't want someone to like say something. Like, I know it's a public place, and yeah, I can record. I feel weird, and I want to respect the fact that some people, between personal and like religious beliefs or opinions or feelings where they don't want to be recorded, I want to respect that. So, if it's packed, I'll try and record what I can, but no guarantees. And worst case scenario, I'll just make a car talk video. Man, it's hot. It's hot in this car. I'm trying to keep the window up so there's not too much wind and background noise, but it's hard. Same with the AC. That would make too much background noise. And this car just almost cut me off. Well, basically they cut me off. That was fun. And so is this car. I love Ohio, man. Oh boy. But yeah, I want to respect people. So if it's busy, I'll record what I can. If it's not busy, I'll record. Again, worst case scenario, I'll get a car talk video uploaded tonight, and that'll be it. Probably some posing too, maybe. But yeah. Man, for right before I went to get ready for the gym, I changed out of my clothes, got into changed out my work clothes, which is jeans and then my work shirt, to get into my gym clothes, my cutoff, and my sweatpants. And you know what what I did? My dumb self went and put in. I went to go do laundry. I put in my work clothes in there. You know what I forgot to take out of my back pocket? If anyone can guess correctly, I'll give you a thumbs up. It's I forgot my wallet. Forgot to take that out. So, and I realized when I went to go leave for the gym, 15 minutes after I already started doing the laundry, like it was washing. It was 15 minutes into the wash cycle. Man, everything in my wallet was soaked. I'm upset at myself over it, but I'm glad I caught it when I did, because if I didn't, all my important information like my insurance cards and whatnot probably would not have been salvageable. But I caught them, and I caught it, realized what I did, took out my wallet, laid down a towel, took everything out real carefully. Can't talk, jeez. But I took everything out real carefully and laid it out on the towel to dry out while I'm at the gym. So when I go home, I'm gonna hope that nothing's smeared, like on the important stuff. I mean, most of the things in my wallet, it's not a whole lot of paper. It's more like plastic from cards and gift cards and whatnot. But I mean, again, my insurance cards and my information, the important stuff is on paper. Go figures. I mean, I caught it like 10, 15 minutes into the wash cycle, so I don't think it really wasn't that bad. I can still read it. Yeah. Pretty unfortunate. But, hey, that's life, right? That's a nice car. But, yeah. I mean, so I haven't, like, been going to an actual gym, like, a whole lot the past, like, week or so. I did take a couple, like, rest days just because I was so exhausted. I mean, I just got over, a cold. So, I was trying to recover from that. And, between having to force myself to get better and also still, go to work. Because I got 2 days off, like, from the doctor. But I still felt like sick, so I had to go back. Like, I wasn't bad where it was like, oh, I can't come in today. It was like, I'm almost over it, but it's still, I still had, some sinus issues going on. And, yeah, just kind of like overall, and my body just didn't feel great. But, yeah, so it was just kind of like, I've been exhausted. I've been sleeping a lot. I don't know. Been sleeping a lot, just chilling. Really haven't done too much. But I mean, the days that I did work out, I did use that Total Body Works home gym in my garage, where it uses like your body weight and then you got the resistance bands and stuff. I did use it a couple times, and the couple times I did do it, man, I'll tell you, the one day I did back, or actually like all the times I did back really on that thing, I realized I really like feel my back, like doing the rowing movement on there. So it makes me wonder, now that the fact that I can feel it on that, I wonder, can I feel it doing a regular, like, rows in the gym, cable rows? Because before, I used to never really feel it. It was hard for me to feel it in my lats and my upper back or my lower back, whatever specific row I was doing. I always had a hard time feeling it. So I wonder, now that I, have done that a few times, if maybe by chance I'd actually be able to feel it doing cable rows. And, I feel like I probably would be able to. So I might try that today if the cable rows aren't taken. Because there's only I think there's only 2 actual cable rows. And then there's, I think, 2 machine rows in the whole gym. So in total there's like 4 rowing movements. And then I think there's 1 like chest supported row movement or machine or whatever that they have there. If not, then lat pull downs and face pulls maybe. I don't know. I mean, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I've also been I've been trying this new thing, drinking lemon water and lemon cucumber water. I've been doing that, like, I think every day this past week, or almost every day. And I have noticed, one, I've grown a liking to lemon water. I used to not like it. Now I'm starting to like it. secondly, I've also noticed that my digestive system, it feels like I've been nauseous the past couple days. So I'm curious as to if that's the lemons doing like their whole toxic removal thing in my body, or if that's just from the weather or me being sick or something. I'm not really too sure. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but I have also noticed too that in terms of my appetite, like before I struggled to like discipline myself on when I can and shouldn't eat. You know, like, okay, I just had food, I probably shouldn't have food again for a little bit. Because, you know, I do have a problem with like stress eating and binge eating and, you know, just eating out of boredom. I do have problems with that. But I have noticed with the lemon water, my appetite, I'm able to control actually like a bit better, which is good. It's definitely good. And I haven't noticed like too much else. I don't know if this has anything like to do with drinking the lemon water every day, but you know, I have noticed like I have a bit more energy in the day, because I work in the morning to the, you know, mid-afternoon, like typically 9 in the morning to 3 p.m. So, you know, I'll wake up at like 7 o'clock, eat my breakfast, you know, take a shower, get ready for work. And then when I get to work, I'll make some lemon water, and, you know, I'll be drinking that. And, you know, when I empty the glass, I'll fill it back up. And, you know, I'll do that a couple times throughout my shift. So, you know, I use the lemons pretty well. Like, it's not something I'm just like, you know, drinking one glass from. You know, it's something where I'm actually, you know, refilling the glass and getting probably most of the nutrients and like benefits from lemon water, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing that, and I don't know if it like wakes me up or anything, but I have noticed I have more energy again. It's controlling my appetite pretty well. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with it, you know, see what happens. I'm gonna see if the benefits are actually true, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. Oh wow, we're already at 13 minutes. I should probably cut to when we're at the gym, again, if it's not too packed. And if it is, then I'll see you in the car talk, I suppose. So, I unfortunately did not get a chance to record any of my workouts. However, I did record myself posing, so that I will include in this video. I do notice that my subcutaneous fat, and for those who don't know what that is, that's the amount of fat that's under your skin. But I noticed that my subcutaneous fat must have gone up. And I think this because I was working on my forearms. I did chest, back, and forearms. I did back, then forearms, and then chest at the end. I was going to do cardio, but man, I'm exhausted and I'm starving. But yeah, anyway, so when I was working on my forearms, I noticed my forearms, you know, I got a really good pump, but I noticed my forearms weren't as veiny as they were, say, like 2 weeks ago. And you know, I'm still working out my forearms consistently, at least like once or twice a week. But like, even, you know, you're still using your forearms in just about every exercise that you do, so you don't necessarily have to like directly target them. However, I do because, I used to have small forearms, like pretty skinny, even for a bit of a bigger guy. But yeah, they weren't as veiny or like as defined as they were like 2 weeks ago. I'm still like taking my creatine every single day. I'm taking my creatine. I'm drinking lots of water, probably gallon to 2 gallons a day. 2 gallons is like pushing it, but like sometimes I truly do drink about that much. But yeah, taking my creatine, drinking my water, and so they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be like not as defined or not as veiny. So that does make me think that my subcutaneous fat went up a little bit. But at the same time, I almost wonder if maybe that's not it, because the veins from in my biceps and my triceps, on both arms, even without like a bicep or tricep or any type of arm pump, I still had those veins popping. And it's only like one vein on each arm, and they just kind of like weave in and out of the bicep and the tricep, like it, but it was still popping out the arm pretty significantly. So I'm not 100% sure. I would have to weigh myself on my smart scale tomorrow. It'll tell me, roughly what my subcutaneous fat is. And I think last time I did weigh myself, it's been a couple weeks, but I think my subcutaneous was like maybe 16% or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I do have to double check that, but I think that's what it was. I know my body fat's percentage is like 20%, which is high. But I am back on the cut, and I'm going pretty hard at it. I'm I'm locked in, like true for once for all. I'm locked in. And that time, this time I truly do mean it. I'm not stopping the cut until I, lose like, lose all the skin fat. Like, I got a lot of back fat, and I got like a lot of stomach fat. My legs, they're not really defined. I mean, if you feel them, you could feel the muscles, like they are big, they're just not defined. So I'm not stopping until either A, I can see my abs. That's the ultimate goal. I wanna cut down so lean to the point I can see my abs, because I truly am curious what type of abs I have. I have no idea. I've never seen them before. That's the ultimate goal. Or, the secondary goal, the goal on the way to getting abs would be, that car is going pretty quick. Just cut me off. I think he's going like 50 or something. It's like 35. But yeah, so the secondary goal, like the goal on the way to losing all my stomach fat and stuff, so I can see my abs, the goal on the way there would to just like cut down and get lean to the point, like I have multiple veins popping. You can see, say in my arms, for example, the definition's getting better. Same with my back, because like I said, I have a lot of back fat. I mean, I have a large back, like not like huge, but it's significantly bigger than the back that I used to have like a year ago. And I would say I myself, I'm impressed with my back, despite not training back as intense as I should 80% of the time. And I used to hate doing back, but honestly, once I got that Total Body Works gym where you use your body weight, and I did those rows for the first time, man, that's when I started liking liking working out my back. And, you know, speaking of which, so the first exercise I actually did end up doing was cable rows. I did, what was it? Was it it might have been a mag grip. I think it was a mag grip. But it was cable rows. And I was actually able to feel my back. Like, I was able to focus on the mind-muscle connection. Focus on those muscles, the ones that are pulling. Not, you know, not the biceps, not the front delts, like going back, not my forearms or nothing like that. Like the muscles I used to feel when doing rows, I don't feel those. I tune those out, and I'm able to like listen and hone in on my back muscles now. So it's like, you know, when I'm going back, I'm like imagining I'm trying to touch my elbows together, like behind my back. And I think figuring out like how to imagine those things to give you that good mind muscle connection is definitely a key point, because I have been focusing on, you know, different ranges of motion and different exercises. I've been experimenting with different weights and reps and sets, time under tension, negatives. I've just been I've been doing a lot lately, trying to figure out what's the best way I can imagine this to get the best mind muscle connection and the best squeeze as possible. And you know, I'm starting to feel it with my back, man. It's great. I mean, seriously, I was letting the weight pull my shoulders. I could feel my traps, my rear delts, my rhomboids. You know, I felt all of that, just like, and my lats too, I felt them all stretch. Then I brought them back, and man, I have been missing out on some cable rows. Oh Lord, I almost want to like work back out again and start doing that as often as possible. But you know, that's overtraining. It's not necessary. But you know, I will tell you, I'm starting to enjoy working out my back a lot. I mean, honestly, I'm starting to enjoy working out every muscle group. You know, with me, like, again, figuring out like how to imagine things, so you know I can build the great mind muscle connection with the different muscle groups and the different exercises. I've noticed I've started taking a liking to every muscle group and doing a variety of exercises. You know, whether it be intense calisthenics, high reps, low reps, heavyweight, lightweight, negatives, you know, focusing on just getting a good squeeze, or just, you know, ego lifting and just throwing some heavy weight around. You know, between all of it, man, I get some really good mind muscle connection, and I'm just like starting to really like just every single muscle group. I apologize, by the way, for the phone shaking, or the camera shaking. I'm using my phone for the camera shaking and moving. I am on a bumpy road. The city I live in, not great roads, I will admit, not the best for sure. But yeah, man, I'm really starting to like working out every muscle. Yeah, it's great. And you know, I figured out something when I was doing wrist cable curls. Instead of you know, having the D handle here and like squeezing down like this with your hand like going forward, I figured out if you keep your elbow by your side, like right here, and your arm like facing this direction instead of this direction, like towards you, and if you have it facing this direction, you can really pull and focus on like this muscle down here, which makes your forearm look thick. And yeah, man, I was able to feel that so much better than this way. Because I mean, this way, not only I didn't feel it that well, it also felt like it was putting a lot of pressure on my wrist. So when I did it this way, it's kind of hard to see on the camera. I don't know if you can understand what I'm trying to say, but when you do it this way, at least for me, man, the mind muscle connection is actually insane. Like I don't think I've had a better forearm pump than that before. For forearms, so for forearms, I did I don't know how many sets. I just kind of did it until it felt good. Wrist cable curls. Then I went and did reverse dumbbell curls to hit your wrist extensors, I think they're called. And then I did dead hangs, and that was honestly hard in itself. If it wasn't for the fact my grip isn't that, or not my grip, the calluses, if it wasn't for the fact that they hurt so bad holding on to the bar, I probably could have held on a little bit longer in some of the sets that I did. I think like 4 or 5 sets, but I did figure out that I was trying to use a shirt at first, but I switched to using paper towels. I took one sheet of paper towel in each hand and I wrapped it around the bar, and it took some pressure off. Like, it wasn't just skin on metal. It took some pressure off. It didn't hurt my calluses as bad. So after making that switch on like my second set, I was able to hang on for a hell of a lot longer than just metal and skin touching, because that hurt. But so anyway, I did that. I did the dead hangs, and then I went and did farmer's walks for like 2 or 3 sets. I did 30-pound dumbbells. I don't know how many feet I walked. I just know I did 2 laps around the second floor. And man, by the second lap on the second and third set, like for both of those sets, the second lap was like genuinely killer. Like 1.5 in, that last half of the lap, it was like I was struggling so hard to grip onto the dumbbells and prevent them from falling on the floor. Like, I'm not even kidding right now. My forearms were like genuinely numb. Like, that is how good of a forearm workout I did. My forearms literally felt like they were going numb. I mean, not literally, but it felt like it, because there was so much blood flow going to the arms. It just felt so pumped. It was hard to move. It was hard moving my arms and my wrist, or not my wrist, my forearms. It just felt like logs. So yeah, after that, I went and did pec deck flies, and I don't think I've worked out my chest, like had a good proper chest day in like a week. But yeah, I will say the mind muscle connection on my chest too went pretty crazy today. Like, I was doing the pec deck flies. I wasn't even going that heavy, but I felt my chest just like it was just popping. I don't know what these people are doing. But yeah, no, I was doing the flies, man. I felt my chest pop out. It was like on that third set, those last couple of reps, it almost felt like my pecs were just gonna rip. And so it got to a point on that set. It was like, okay, I'm not gonna try and even push myself past failure on this set, because it hurt so much. Like, it was like there was so much blood flow, and it was like getting a good contraction and a good squeeze and a real good stretch. It was crazy. But I did that for, I think, 4 sets. Then I went on to do chest press for, it was like either 3 or 4 sets. I'm not 100% sure. That same thing too. I felt like a real good, just intense feeling in my pecs, and my chest was like, it was popping, man. I did that, and then I did cable flies. I did I don't know what they're called, but where you do this to hit your upper chest, and then I also did the ones going down. Those ones I think are called butterfly, cable butterflies or something like that, but where it just hits like the lower part of your chest. Excuse me. And after that, my chest was honestly kind of fried. I don't think I did anything else for chest, and after that I was just kind of like, man, screw it, I'm starving, and I just, I'm done strength training. My body's telling me quit. And so I did, and I went to my car. I had a protein bar. I had a Meta-Rex peanut butter pretzel. It's my favorite flavor, so good. But yeah, I had a protein bar, and I was gonna go back in and do cardio, but it was like a little past 8 o'clock. It was like 8:15 when I left the gym, and it's 8:33 now. So I mean, man, I'm exhausted, and it's late. I still gotta go home and finish laundry and go eat dinner, and then I gotta go drop something off to a friend. So, and shower too. I still gotta shower. So, I just decided I'm just gonna call it quits. I mean, I've burned 4,300 calories today, 4,379, and I've only consumed, I think, not even 2,000. I have to look, but it's might even be like 16 or 1,700 that I have consumed today, and with me having burned 4,500 calories, I mean, that I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even worried about doing cardio today in terms of just burning calories, because I burned like 1,000 some calories in working out. I was in there for a solid 2 hours, but that was just because I was doing slow and controlled, so that took time just for one set. Multiply that by 3 or 4, and then I was doing adequate rest time of like 2 minutes per between each set. So I was in there for a good minute, and I really didn't even do all that much. Like, I didn't do a whole lot. It was literally just from being slow and controlled, time under tension and negatives, and proper adequate rest between the sets. But yeah, I'm not really too worried about it, man. Next time I go to the gym, though, I am going to do cardio. I don't like cardio, but I also like cardio. Sometimes I'll skip it, but most of the time I'm gonna do it. In this case, like I said, I'm exhausted and it's late. I got stuff to do, so I'm gonna let it slide this once. But I'm still gonna do my cardio. Maybe tomorrow. Depends on the weather tomorrow. If it's sunny, I'll probably go on a bike ride, but if it's not, if it's like rainy and bad weather, I'll probably just go to the gym, go do cardio for like an hour or something, and then have my cardio done for the day, and then rest obviously after that. I don't want to strength train, because I did actually look at my my Fitbit app, because it does track like the days I work out and stuff, and I looked, and it turns out I actually only skipped Wednesday going to the gym. I did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, skipped Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, or no, what was it? I forget. No, I think it might have been Monday, Tuesday, skipped Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I was tripping. Yeah, so I did Monday, Tuesday, skipped Wednesday, worked out Thursday, Friday, and then today. So, I don't know why I thought I skipped a couple days this week. Maybe I was thinking of last week, because I know for sure last week I did, because I was sick. So, I don't know. I'm getting my days mixed up here. But, yeah. So, I don't want to like strength train and overtrain my muscles. You know, they got to get another day of rest. So tomorrow, you know, I'll probably do my cardio and then just call it quits for the day and just rest. But yeah. You know, I don't really have too much else to talk about here. You know, I gotta go to the store before I head home, so I'm probably gonna jump off here. But I will get this video uploaded at some point tonight. I promise. It's not coming out tomorrow. It's coming out tonight. Might not be till closer to midnight because like I said, I got some stuff I gotta get done before I can edit the video and whatnot. So might be closer to midnight. Not too sure, but it will be uploaded tonight. You know, I'll include my posing videos as well, or the pictures, either or. Because I did do both. I did videos and then I took pictures. So, yeah. You know, hope you guys are doing well. Sorry again for not uploading too much recently. I will eventually get like a proper upload schedule. It's I just gotta like figure out exactly what days I want to like upload for sure. But yeah, you know, again, I do apologize, but you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I wasn't able to record some footage. It's kind of busy. But yeah, you know, you guys stay safe, take care, and have a good night, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching this. If you're watching this at 3 in the morning, I don't know why you are. You should be in bed so you can get your adequate sleep to get some gains. Go to bed. Or, you know, have a good day. Or a good evening, whatever time it is. But, you know, if you're awake at 3 in the morning, go to bed, please. But, yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.